think we're good. Reset the right here.
I do it once YouTube too. Cool.
I'll let our Discord know.
PP said, last night when we got home from Dad's B-Day bash, there was a package on the porch that was chewed through. I thought for sure that it was just a damn squirrel, and I was wrong. Marcus was leaving for a run and our neighbor flagged him down and said, just so you're aware, when you guys leave, Sadie jumps over the fence. Thankfully she doesn't leave the neighborhood, but we just can't catch her. We left her out of her crate when we went to her dad's birthday party and she jumped the fence, ate my package, jumped back over the fence just in time for us to return home and assume everything was completely normal.
That's hilarious.
What an email. No. No.
Yeah, it was super spam looking.
Yeah.
Look at the thumbnail it used.
What? That's crazy.
So I'll be honest, I don't think I can show off this block yet.
No, I don't think so.
So I want you to see it, just so you've got some like context about how epic it is. We got 2 people in the chat already.
And Thixius and Jay Byrne, who is, he has a Han Solo. Damn. That's a good block.
That's a good fucking block. This shit looks so good. I thought it was gonna be that other one that they came out with recently, but apparently not. So I think what we'll do is we'll just use the same board that's in the EXO right now and just put it on the Thermal Grizzly test bench thing on the EXO. Just as like a placeholder.
Yeah.
And then the GPUs. Oh, it's got the glass. You're so cute. All right, let's swap it.
Yayo.
Hey, what's up, you guys? hold up. Let's do an audio check. Does everything sound good? Do I sound good?
Do I sound good?
I want to make sure that that's all good to go before we begin.
Hello.
All right.
Amphixious,
We have a
Bobas,
confirmation from
J-Burn.
Jburn89. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thanks, guys. Well, look at all these bitches.
Right? Look at our bitches.
Jinx,
You
you owe me a
jinx.
soda.
Darn it. Well, you got a Celsius, so.
It's not a soda. I prefer Diet Coke.
Okay, I'll get you one after this.
Thanks.
Anywho, we have got pretty cool little chill stream for you guys tonight.
Hi, Seuss.
Yo, what's up? I would maybe think that's JJ.
I
maybe?
would hope it's
If not,
JJ.
thanks for being here, Asus. We have got a pretty cool little stream planned for you guys. We're going to be kind of talking about a few different builds, and then we're also going to be prepping our EXO for Computex because we are taking the EXO to Computex to be on display at Thermal Grizzly's booth.
In our luggage.
Yep. And funny thing, Asus is actually sponsoring some components for it as well. They're not here yet, but and that's why I said prep the EXO because not everything is here yet. We do have some goodies from Thermal Grizzly, obviously. There's one thing that's super dope, and I really wish we could show you guys, but
We looked at it and we're like, I don't think we can share this yet.
yeah, it's like I don't think we've seen this anywhere yet. They
Yeah.
haven't posted it, and we definitely don't want to get in trouble. So suffice to say, it's awesome, and we're very excited about it. So one thing, babe, this
Is very wobbly.
might fall because there's no weight in the case.
Okay.
It's all offset on this radiator.
Good to know.
Yeah, so we're going to be setting up the EXO in test bench configuration with the Thermal Grizzly Derbauer Derbench table, and we've got some radiators, not the ones we're going to be having in the build because we're getting a whole new set of stuff sent in from Thermal Grizzly, but we do have some other radiators that we're going to put on, kind of set up. We've got the new Noctua 120mm G2 Chromax black fans that we're going to be using for the build as well because Noctua is sponsoring that as well for Computex build.
Yep.
And then, yeah, and then obviously just, you know, an AMA. As always, I mean, we put an AMA in the title, but like honestly, we're
You
an
can
open
always
book.
ask us questions.
Yeah, any stream is an AMA, so.
Aren't we an open book? Don't ask me anything weird. I'm not telling you.
I mean, keep it computer related, okay? That should be.
I'm
Already
joking.
said.
I'm joking.
I'm just.
I'll
waiting
answer
for-
anything.
I'm just waiting for this thing. So I'm going to start talking about this build, so I don't have to worry about it falling. The reason it's a little wobbly is because there's nothing in the case, but there is a 360mm radiator with
A giant steel plate on
yeah,
top
some-
of it.
yeah, with Chromax or not Chromax, Cooler Master Mobius fans, and this has been a mod that's been in the making. I should say, build in the making for like 2 years.
We've built in it.
No, we have not.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding. We have not touched this thing. I saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I definitely want to do like an external radiator setup. Maybe if it was a paired EXT setup with like a matching grill, or thinking crazy here, if I can somehow mount it to the case and have it look like very similar. And Cooler Master was kind enough to send it in, and so I got to studying the grill design pattern and recreated it, and then as well as like the angled cutouts right here, I was trying to mimic that as well.
I can't believe we haven't built in this thing yet.
I know, and that's why I'm like, I want to do something with it.
I'm pretty sure somebody's already copied this too.
I don't know. So let's change over to handheld.
Okay.
Because-
Hello, it is JJ. Well, welcome, JJ.
What's up,
I'm happy you're
JJ?
here.
So-
And Thixia says those black boys look nice. They do look nice.
They do look
That sounds
very
just
good.
hilarious. And Jamjoy is here. Welcome, Jamjoy. I don't know if you've been to any of our streams yet, but I know you just joined our Discord server, so welcome and enjoy. The PSU grill on the X50 is actually already, the STL file is actually already on our website.
Yes, we just put those up.
Yeah, so.
And honestly, I'll move the camera so we can look at that real quick. Because that was also one thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, this is a build that's been in the making for a very long time. Obviously, last spring is when, maybe summer is when the X50 was released. And this is one of my favorite cases, I would say, that a case manufacturer has made. I think it's super unique. The one thing that was lacking was this giant PSU hole in the top. It just like looked really out of place.
It looked insanely out of place. It was actually a little
with like the
disappointing.
flatness of this facade, the PSU cover, I guess.
Let me see.
So when we did the X50 build for height for CES, and then we did it for, it is owned by a big CSGO guy.
Flom.
I think his
It's
name's Flom.
FL0M.
Something like that.
So I'm just going to tilt it back a little bit so they can see.
So that was in that black one, the black and gold one that we did. And now we're doing it in this one. But I mean, look at that. Like that, we did not color match this, guys. That is quite literally the bamboo filament.
Yeah, it's a Sakura pink.
Yeah, and it matches very nicely. So we're doing like a fun little My Melody theme.
Here, I'll get the character.
Every once in a while, I get to have girly creative control. Yeah, sometimes I get to have my way. If anyone ever knows why I'm always angry or thinks I'm always angry, it's because I get my way one time every couple of months.
We got to slow down on the masculine builds, you guys.
I actually really like the masculine builds. I love our design language, so I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, My Melody, she's like perfect. I got her at, I think, boxed lunch for Christmas last year. That's how long this has been in the works for. But she's so cute and she works perfectly. So we obviously have the strawberry milk pink X50. So
yeah, they call it strawberry milk, right? Yeah, okay.
So we'll do like a nice little fun strawberry milk theme. We have some really fun parts coming in from Alpha Cool. Has that been released yet?
What, the monoblock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting the Alpha Cool monoblock for this Aorus board. Sorry, I don't remember what it is. The X870E Elite Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Ice.
Yeah, so those monoblocks just came out a few weeks ago. We would have them if it wasn't for the fact that we're also being sent quite a few other things for a bunch of bills at the same time.
Yeah, we asked for way too many things. Well, within reason, we needed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
It's a bunch of new stuff that they want to showcase, as well as obviously trying to keep costs down for, you know, like logistics and stuff. It's always something that, especially nowadays, we're always constantly reminded of like the companies are paying a lot for shipping and logistics
and
to
customs.
us and customs
Yeah.
and stupid fees, and everyone's got to pay up at some point or another, and it sucks. It's ridiculous, but Alpha Cool was like, how about we wait 3 to 4 weeks because we're waiting on some other new stuff. We'll ship it all rather than a bunch of singular packages. So
We said, okay.
yeah, no, that's completely fine. I mean, we've got Computex coming up
We literally
anyways.
don't have any time. So this will not be done until after Computex, but
Yeah.
here's a nice little sneak peek. But yeah, I designed some cute little fan grills. And I feel like I designed something else. But I don't really want to show you guys because I don't feel like it's really that popular. And I don't want anyone to steal my idea.
Which one?
The platform.
Oh, the platform needs to be reworked.
It does need to be reworked.
Do you want to use?
Yeah, we can show them.
Okay.
But if anyone steals my fan platform idea, I'm not going to be happy about
It's also not the best print. The settings need to be reconfigured.
Hi, Gauntlet. Thanks for thinking it's cute. I
Yo,
think
what
you're
up?
Cute.
Thanks for being here, man.
Also, I kind of messed up a 5070 Ti trying to remove gold paint and paint it green. Would you paint over the existing paint? Yes.
Yes, but I would absolutely try, and this is gonna hurt, but you got to sand it a little bit. You got to even out the paint layer and the layer that wasn't painted, because the paint will absolutely highlight that. It will show it like crazy, and you'll think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna paint a new color, it's gonna hide everything. It's not. It's, if anything, it's gonna bring it out. So definitely give it a once or twice over with like a
very fine grit sandpaper.
Yeah, maybe like a 2000 grit. If the paint's light enough, you might have to hit it with like a 1000 grit or something.
And if I'm being completely honest, because I have painted a couple GPUs, I hate rattle can for components.
Oh yeah, you like to airbrush.
I like to airbrush. I'm an airbrusher through and through. I think that the light, like, just, it's way more, you can manipulate it a lot easier, the paint, and you can control it a lot easier. So if you have access to a paintbrush or a airbrush, and like, I think you can get really inexpensive ones too. Like, you don't need to ball out and get a whole bunch of equipment, but you do need the compressor, I suppose. Anyway, I think that airbrushing is the way to go for hardware, honestly. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
We early airbrushed 2 GPUs for a CES build in January.
Yeah.
And
they were very, very textured too. The air coolers on the cards were super textured.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any sanding. We literally just deconstructed.
Yeah, because we had to keep the original texture, just recolor them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was tough to do that.
I wish I could put photos here and show you guys, but I cannot do that.
You could share the Instagram post of the builds.
I didn't post like the before and afters on Instagram.
Oh.
But I have them in my thing. JJ says my melody works well, but so would cinnamon roll, or maybe I know.
Cinnamon roll is one of her favorites.
Cinnamon roll is my favorite.
Oh, it is your absolute favorite. It is. Yeah.
My favorite. I have a cinnamon roll collection on top of my desk, and that's actually one of my Taiwan Computex goals, is to keep finding cinnamon rolls. Every time I get a blind box, I get the ugliest one. Like,
I know, blind boxes suck for that.
Yeah, I'm like not. I'm getting scammed by blind boxes. This is gonna hurt. Thanks for the advice. Maybe I can get access to an airbrush at my uni. Yes, that's actually a great idea. I'm sure even some hardware stores, like, I don't know, maybe more local ones would be.
They would probably sell. Oh yeah.
But I mean, uni might be. That's a great idea. I'm sure you have 3D printers and tons of resources to your disposal.
It's true.
But
it's not something we've ever looked into ourselves.
No,
but it's not a bad idea.
We have rented a couple of tools from like car shops for car things, though, like spray compressors.
That's true.
So I can imagine that's with every other tool. That's okay, Bobas. Welcome back. But yeah, this is like a cute little platform that she can go on.
And we were thinking about putting her there, right?
No, because...
Where were we going to try and put her?
Well, okay. It's been a very long time since I thought about this build. I thought that she would go over here on one of these fans. So kind of like that. Oh, you guys can't see that.
I'll change it.
Okay, don't look at the mirror. It's really bad. But yeah, like something like that, and have her over there. But I don't remember if, John, you wanted to vertically mount that GPU over on that side?
There's a part of me that does. There's a part of me that doesn't. And that's the thing. It's like we have a bunch of water cooling parts come in, because obviously this build's going to be have a massive monoblock right here.
Yeah, so it's so pretty, so you kind of want to show it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
And this build's a little tricky. When we did the Flom build, I don't know what it is. Flom, flom,
Don't ask us.
flum,
We're
phlegm.
uncultured swine.
Yeah. Whoever that guy is, when we did the build, we had to move things around like crazy because we had a distro in the front with the screen, because we had the screen mod. We took the screen from a Y70 and put it inside of the X50 and then did a cutout. And that was actually really fun. But because of that, it was mainly because of the distro. Most distros are pretty thick these days. They're like, I don't know, maybe 40 mils sometimes. And it came out so far that the radiator placement was too close to the distro. And so we made some brackets that shifted the power supply over closer to the board. And then also, like with the weird cutout at the bottom of the case, we kind of discovered kind of quickly that this case, unfortunately, is very similar to some other cases in the market in the sense that, like, it's kind of primarily an AIO only focused case.
Right.
It's
So we're always finding a challenge with that.
Yeah.
And getting all the water cooling components in it.
It makes a lot of sense that a case is like, oh yeah, let's focus on AIOs. Obviously, AIOs are a huge thing, but you know, some cases need some customizability. So luckily, you know, with 3D printing and 3D design and stuff like that we've been doing the past year, we were able to make it work, and we're probably gonna have to do some stuff like that for this one. However, I'm not sure what exactly we'll have to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like a little apprehensive about exactly where it's gonna go, just based on like, oh, this will fit there,
Yeah.
but we might have to move it. And
We'll
blah, blah,
figure
blah.
it out when
Yeah.
the time comes. But JJ says Cricut printers are actually pretty nice and can layer them on the items, great for graphic cards or portions of a chassis. The quality customization is super easy. Yes, there's a really cool, one of my friends, if you know Locked Elf on Instagram, she really specializes heavily in vinyl wrapping hardware. She's so good at it. And I want to know, like, I haven't messed with it. We do have a Cricut. It's a very small Cricut. Like, I think it's like tiny little guy. It's probably the smallest one they have.
It's like a 5 1/4 inch.
Yeah, but
Width
it's enough
cutter.
to do like certain I don't know. You could do certain covers, and like that would be enough. That would print. Ours would print it. So I am actually thinking about working with that, JJ. But then I get into my head about like the schematics of the card or the hardware and getting the cutouts perfect. And I mean, all it is measuring. John does all that stuff. So it's like in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to measure.
Pretty soon here, I think it's gonna be time for a 3D scanner, because, and that's another thing too. It's there are some companies that are very cool about sending their 3D files, and
Right.
some that are like, how about you sign 5 NDAs first, and then maybe we'll think about it.
Yeah, and I'm always happy to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
And I did not know that the next ASUS collab was going to be Sanrio.
Is it really?
That is so awesome. And I wish, I hope that we can get our hands on some of those products, because that's all up my alley. We haven't ever gotten like and it's totally okay, because it would make us posers anyway, but I'm not like, we are not big Miku people, or who are some of the other people?
Well, the one I'm bummed about the most is the Gundam one. That was a few
That
years
was
back.
Gundam.
That
Gundam
was
was cool,
That was
yeah.
what, like 2020 or 2021 or something
Yeah,
like
that was
that?
a long time ago. We were just barely getting into,
Getting the ball rolling
Yeah.
and stuff.
but
Yeah,
all
so
the latest ones with the anime characters, I'm just not so familiar with it. Again, uncultured swine. But Sanrio and I go all the way back, baby. My
All
dad
right.
used to buy me Hello Kitty.
I'm going to zoom in on Ellie's
pajamas.
face to show these fans, because it's a good angle of kind of showing how we did this little mod.
Can I get out of your way?
You're like, I am tired of being zoomed in on. So, I'm just going to track your face.
I know what is happening.
No, it's good. So as you can see, we've got a stainless steel bracket that I designed a while back that's literally just meant for a 120 mount up here, and then it bridges down. And it was a little tricky getting the exact schematic from the grill to make sure that I had not just fitment, but a little bit of wiggle room based on if for some reason the radiator mount wanted to hang to one side or the other, if it was a little canted. And actually worked really well. The one thing obviously, and like for instance, we've got a little bit of wobble, right? But the reason that I'm okay with that is we've got the water cooling lines coming from the bottom. And the water cooling lines, once they're all locked in and taut a little bit, that's gonna give a lot more rigidity. You're gonna get 2 locations of like some sort of structural integrity for this radiator. And so that's kind of the thought process for this mod, because this case originally just has a 120 AIO at the top. It's a thicker 120, but it's just a 120. And then also the GPU, in any build that we've seen, review or marketing wise for this case, is like an AI or an air-cooled GPU. So we want to water cool both the CPU and the GPU. Doing both on a 360 mil rad is a little much. However, it is very much based on the hardware that you guys would want to pair with something like this. So we're actually going to throw it back quite a bit. So we've got an old Z590 motherboard and like a 10600K that we've got all set up, actually already pre-blocked. We've had it set up for a long time. But mainly because you can't see the hardware inside, that's kind of why we want to use older hardware, because the goal here is to not really show off any new hardware. It's just to kind of, I don't know, revitalize a case that's been out for a few years, and a case that we really like, but also show that there are lots of ways of modifying a system to suit your needs, right? And that includes throwing hardware in here that might make more heat than what this case can be, allow in terms of airflow and cooling, by throwing a much bigger radiator on the side and still having it look good, right? Because this case is very aesthetic minded and really like how it looks, and so we didn't want to detract from the design in any way with whatever mod that we were thinking of. So that's why we went this route instead of like an external radiator, because I think it made more sense of like a monolithic thing going rather than like a 2-piece thing with the...
I'm shocked that we haven't built in this. JJ, I'm seeing that it's not the next ASUS collab, but it should be the next ASUS collab. So I agree. I got really excited. That's okay. That's okay. I tend to do that. But yes, I would love to see a lineup of Sanrio character motherboards and GPUs and cases. That would be so cool. We need something super girly. Us girls are neglected heavily in this industry. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I would love to see it.
We're getting more and more pink cases. Right, we've got the height.
Every case that comes out that's pink, I'm like, can I get that, please? John's like, what color do you want? Pink. If pink's an option, we're getting pink.
Yeah, and then some cases that are like really cool in black, and she's like, I want pink. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get all the other stuff in black.
Eventually.
Silver's cool too, and that's why I kind of like this one. This
yeah,
is like a nice
that gunmetal is, we don't get that enough either.
Yeah. And there's still a part of me that wanted to like color match it, right? But I did get it made in stainless first, just in case if I wanted to leave it raw, I don't have to worry about it rusting or anything like that.
Yeah, stainless is usually the way that we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's things and stuff.
So I guess after those two, it's time to start setting up the EXO for Computex.
We're kind of tearing it down.
I'm gonna swap to main feed here.
To reset it up.
Yeah, and luckily it won't be much, because last week's stream when we set this thing up to be an internal build, it was actually pretty simplistic.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw what we did, JJ. It's actually super funny. I feel like you'd get a kick out of it. But with our EXO chassis, which is obviously designed and meant to be more of like a showcasey test bench, we thought to ourselves, can we put all the hardware internally? And we did, in fact, put all of the hardware internal, and it fits perfectly. And even at the top of that cube tube, what is that cube tube connected to? There's not a radiator in there.
No, the radiator ports are inward right now, so the tubing would be on the inside.
So there is a radiator in there.
No, the radiators are right here.
No, I know, but what is the cube tube connected to?
Nothing. It's just connected to these two.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, what is it connected to?
No, I just wanted to show that, like, just with some specific fittings, you could have a cube tube span the whole length of the width of the board panel.
Yeah.
So that's mainly why.
And John did get a full-size GPU in there after the stream last week when we were using our cute little 1030? What was it?
Yeah, it was a 1030.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little mock 1030 card.
Hey, Timothy. No worries.
What up?
I'm always happy
Thanks
when
for
you're
being
sleeping,
here.
and I know you had a long day today.
Yeah, no, that's totally okay. We're all good.
Um,
I also did a fun little thing. So there was one design that I was unsure about in terms of potential accessories for the EXO, or if it was something that I wanted to include with the EXO, because the EXO's already so much money already, and it kills me. But unfortunately, it's just the world we live in terms of like how much materials cost and stuff like that. But
and everything is also manufactured here in the United States.
yeah,
like
everything is U.S. made.
Yeah, it's.
But there was
premium.
one thing that Jay was kind of talking about with his EXO on his video, Jay's 2 cents. Is he was talking about like an upper 120 mil bracket, or just an upper bracket in general that would sit on the same height as the motherboard. And he was talking about like, oh yeah, RAM cooling, and oh, if you want to have an AIO, obviously the radiator needs to be as high as the pump, because otherwise you're going to cavitate the pump and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, those are valid concerns. I wanted to make sure that this was ready for any sort of scenario, including AIOs. One thing that I was wondering if he was going to do in his video was if he was going to stand the radiator up rather than just keep them horizontal. And, you know, he had said that he had referenced a lot of the posts that we had done on social media. And I went back and looked at the shots that we had done with this to kind of set my mind into where he was looking at our photos for reference. And there was a few times where I was like, man, I didn't actually get a solid photo of the EXO set up in a test bench arrangement, but with vertical radiators. And I felt like I kind of slacked on that a bit, and I want to do that after Computex. The test bench that's going to be at Computex is going to be horizontal radiators. But one thing I was thinking about when Jay was talking about his was the idea of a RAM cooler, like a 120 mil fan RAM cooler, or just a bracket for a fan, so you can have some active cooling over the motherboard. If everything's going to be water cooled, yeah, sure, but it'd be nice to have a little bit of active flow on it. You know, that would be a little bit more of a concern in an enclosed case, because the air that's radiating from those heat pipes and other components on the motherboard have a harder time of dissipating because it's enclosed within a case. It's a little bit easier in an open air chassis because it's got everywhere to ventilate, right? Even though, you know, it is a little bit better to have some active cooling on it, right? Just have a simple fan. And so I came up with this really cool fan bracket that is a 120 mil based design, and it's going to sit next to the motherboard and blow air across the motherboard. However, I got a little creative with it, and I came up with some fun louvers that are magnetized to this bracket. And so the louvers are going to sit and blow air down right at the RAM. So it's a little bit more localized rather than just blowing air wherever. And so I'm going to be installing that as well today when, like during this process of setting up the EXO for Computex. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Whew, it's a lot of talking.
You talked a lot.
That's so much talking,
Nothing
you
bad
guys.
though. I mean, it's just you said a lot of things. There's a lot of words.
I'm just an expert at running my mouth. I'll do a top down. You guys can see the inner workings of this thing. Yeah, it is like a full length GPU that made it into this. However, it's a low rise height GPU. The height of the GPU is like 2 or 3 millimeters higher than the PCI bracket is, and it's a 5070 Ti, right? So it's still a solid GPU. And there are 5080s out there that have the same height. They're not oversized and with like a really tall PCB or really tall cooler. And when I say tall, I mean height from the PCI bracket, right? When the PCI bracket and where it mounts, where you throw the screws in for the GPU, when you're mounting it, if that card is much taller than the PCI bracket, that's what we call height. So that's what I'm referring to with this. So those screws are out, and then this whole panel comes off. And we'll have to take off the 3D printed facades because obviously we're going to put the feet back on there. But basically, this is the inner workings of it, right? So here, let me centralize this a little bit. So as you can see, everything fits. It's actually really nice. Even with the cube tube, it sits right underneath the power supply. If, just sliding the SFX power supply around, and it is on a 3D printed adapter plate that obviously we're going to have as an accessory for anyone who owns an EXO, so that you can do something like this too. But it actually clears the motherboard pretty nicely, and even then you still got a good amount of distance between, and this is definitely why we did SFX and not SFXL. The L would definitely come out a bit more, and obviously if the RAM was air cooled, that wouldn't be a problem at all, just kind of like hang over it. But we didn't want to change up any of the internal hardware too much, so we just kind of kept it exactly how it was on the outside and just literally flipped everything. So that's why we went about it this way. And it's so funny now that I'm thinking about it. I probably didn't need to take off that plate. If anything, I need to take off the motherboard plate and just flip it back.
Chris says making Uncle George look shy.
What the hell does that even mean?
I think maybe regarding the fact that you just talked a lot.
Oh, I know, because Chris, you're funny. Her uncle would talk. Well, especially about stuff that we didn't care about, right? Like, George, I have no reference or context about anything about what you're saying. Can you please stop?
We have rules in the family that the girls can't be left alone with Uncle George because
He just
no
talks
one
about
cares
shit
about
that
it.
no one
Nobody
cares
cares
about. Like, what's this old man talking about? I don't know. Let's run away.
To give you any bit of context, is he wraps his cell phones in what is it called? That paper so the 5G can't get through. But you might be onto something. He's not completely insane. He just sounds insane.
He might be a little insane.
He may be.
I think we're all a little insane these days. I think what I will do though is I'm going to take off these facades since I can't access the feet corner locations since we're flipping this sideways in the test bench mode. I was actually pretty stoked about how I came up with this because it's 3 screws per panel, right? And with the centerfor, I couldn't use 2 per piece, and I wanted to keep them in separate pieces so it's easier for people to print. Other than our Vesa chassis, all the other designs that, well, no, we've got the Velocity stacks as well, but there are some designs that absolutely need to be printed in multiple pieces, and I didn't really think that this facade or these facade pieces required it to be a single half piece, so I just made them into 4 singles.
Hi, Smoke.
Yo, what up? Thanks for being here, man.
Long
Appreciate
time
you.
no chit chat.
I know. Glad y'all.
But I
come
see
to
you
hang out
around.
with
I
us.
see you around.
Yeah, you can kind of tell. Yeah, we could have left it bare and open, but it looks a little bit nicer when you've got like some 3D printed facades. And I left these raw to very much illustrate the fact that they are indeed 3D printed. My goal at some point is to sand these bad boys down. I mean, even though they're pretty smooth already, and then texturize and paint to get as close of a match as the powder coat so that they look even more seamless.
I want to take some stuff apart.
Okay, go for it.
Our friend Sam, who's one of our mods, he recently told me, he's like, you know, every time you build so slow. And I know you can do faster than that. And I said, yeah, but I'm doing it for the camera. It's like, your motherboard building is so slow. Your motherboard
Wait,
assembly.
who said this?
Sam. And he was like so concerned. What?
Shotgun Sam?
Yeah.
Sam.
You remember that? And we had said it's because we're used to building on
Love our Discord community.
Sam always holds us accountable.
Yeah, and then we say that. He's like, I know. And I'm like, then why'd you say it?
No,
Why'd you say it? He
I
just wants to talk some
appreciate it.
shit.
But it's because Sam comes in. Sam is the youngest yet the wisest out of everybody.
And it also comes from love.
Yeah,
in
and
which case
he's
I'm
like,
not at all bothered.
I just want to see you like do it in the speed that you know how. Like,
So you're.
do you want me to? Oh, does that take apart
you
the?
You might be jumping the gun, but actually, no, it's okay because.
Why is that free spinning?
Well, because there's a nut on the backside. That's why
that
I
makes
was like,
sense,
you're
yeah.
jumping the gun a bit.
I see why you're saying that. Should we just take this apart then?
No, because I just took that off and then put it back on, realizing that I shouldn't have taken this panel off. If anything,
We should take the other panel off.
put these feet on so we can sit it sideways on the other end.
But our thought process is that we learned how to build computers on camera, specifically on camera, with the Intel streams back in our Intel days. And you can't do things super fast. You're like trying to teach an audience.
Well, and also you have to handle the hardware and display it in certain manners. I mean, when you got a production crew in your ear saying, "Hey, can't see that step. Can you move the build so the camera can see?" Or, "Hey, go slower on this." You fly past it, and people aren't really grasping what's going on here.
Right.
So.
And so I was like, yeah, it's because of that. And he's like, oh, okay, I know. So here's the thing. If you guys are too slow for me,
Get
catch up.
good. Get good. Don't you just love a manual screwdriver?
I love a manual screwdriver. Are you kidding me? I do love a manual screwdriver, except when it comes to fans.
Nice. Okay. All right, so now.
Flip it upside down.
Yep.
And we'll take the panel.
We'll move that. Oh, we can move that. We got the feet on. Right?
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, we are well, and we are semi-ready for Computex. I feel like our packing is coming along. I have all of our lists. I keep thinking to myself, I'm packed in my head, which is good. It's like usually way ahead of schedule, which is super funny because we literally just decided we're going to Computex.
Keep going.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. It's just I'm watching you do it.
Oh, it's just a very short thread.
She's unscrewing, and I can hear the tick, 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 tick. Because the screw's just, it's already threaded out. It's just sitting there spinning.
I was just, the thread that I was just unscrewing were these ones. And it's like a little bit longer than
way
the
longer.
other one. So I'm like trying to muscle memory. Everyone ban John.
It's doing it again. I can hear it clear as day. Tick, tick, tick.
Literally
tick.
ban him.
Oh my God. I'm making it happen.
What are you making happen?
We have someone in chat. They're getting a slightly custom EXO made. It's all good. We are good. I need to respond to your email, yes.
Oh, I literally told him to respond to your email 30 minutes before we started the stream. So, yes. You're the one with the glass piece, right? Maybe?
No.
Well, he needs to respond to that email too.
Oh, yes. The P3 glass, yeah.
I'm really sorry that we're so behind on emails. It's just really hard, and we've been trying to train Willow to do the emails instead of water cooling. So people who don't know this, Willow's actually our water cool specialist here, and she's kind of a one-trick pony, if you will. And the emails, she's like,
She knows.
This is way above my pay grade.
She knows ball and water cooling, huh, pup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good girl.
So, eventually she'll take over emails for us. Bye.
Oh. Yeah, but not to worry.
Not to worry. We will get to you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that's taken us a minute.
Smoke, we are getting ready for Computex. We are...
Packed in our heads.
Yeah. Okay, so this might be a little tricky. Okay. It worked out.
All I want to do is take these radiators off. Actually, we're not taking the radiators. Oh, yeah, we are.
We are. We're essentially redoing a lot of it. But if we get this installed, which I guess I can try to decide what orientation to go with. 'Cause we can change it whenever. Hey, now it's an external build again.
Just like that.
A flip of a panel.
Let's see if I can get this in here without having to get a special screwdriver head.
Oh wait, what do you?
I think it's kind of lopsided.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do anyway
Is
is I
take
want
that
to take
off.
off that Q tube. So here, I'll reach under. And that's like one of the really cool things about using pass-throughs a lot in builds is if you set it up correctly, you can literally just completely remove an entire assembly. So to make the cube tubes work, we used 2 offset fittings. These are EKs and EK offsets, and then we used the Bits Power Artemis 45s. We did the 45s just because I thought it would be more fun to have an angled cube tube rather than a flat cube tube. But there's no specific reason for the 45.
Boba says packing in new shoes. Yeah. So I got a new pair of shoes that are highly controversial. And I'm really excited about them.
Ah!
John is John didn't talk to me for 15 minutes after I ordered them last night. Wow. But
Color hoof foot.
yeah, they're the tabbies, the hoof tabbies, so it gives me two toes. And they're super cute. This needs to go over a little bit more, and I've been... No?
What is that wanting to...
I don't know why it's flaring out.
It's like hung up on something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. That's like not budging.
I know. Like not even a little bit. Here, loosen this one.
I did. Okay. No, still.
This one wiggles no problem. Why is this one was
It's like
rock
stuck.
solid on something? Here.
Okay.
Skip that one for right now.
Okay.
We'll get all the others installed, and then we'll stand it up,
Okay.
and then loosen all 4 screws a little bit.
Okay.
Because we've got to take off that anyway, so might as well just skip it entirely, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Because it's easier to take the brackets off and then have your radiator and install those brackets on the radiator and then reinstall the brackets with the radiator installed. So we're waiting for a Z890 Maximus Hero motherboard from ASUS that we're going to use on this build. And then we're also getting a 1200 watt Thor 3 power supply from ASUS as well. The CPU is going to be a Core Ultra 9 285K, and then some G-Skill RAM, and then we also got an RTX 5090 Astral that is water blocked with the Thermal Grizzly Deltamate water block. And
Well, this is off too.
we do have that one in. What?
The PSU.
Well, this one's easy to
okay.
move, but I don't know why this one doesn't want to do anything.
The Astral water block,
Yeah.
Thermal Grizzly water
The
block. What is it called?
the Deltamate.
Deltamate, yeah.
And we'll show that one off in a second because we've got the glass panel version of the Deltamate block, the newer glass that Roman had shown off in one of his recent videos. They put like so much pressure through the block, and it took forever for the glass to crack. That was crazy.
It is the glass one, Smoke, yes. Timothy asks, what is an equally controversial purchase that John would make? Every purchase.
Everything you see around you.
My entire life is a controversial purchase. But no, in all seriousness. John's jeans. He's an old elder emo.
Yeah,
So
I'm
he
a
wears
relic
a-
of the past.
So he wears a lot of skinny jeans, and I'm like,
Yeah,
babe.
any jeans I have, they're skinny jeans, and
Do you
I'm
want to
okay.
keep these feet on?
Yeah, we'll keep the feet on. Okay, so now that we're back up to 99%, I am very curious about what's going on with that. I have not seen that before. We'll stand it up.
What?
I guess that one wasn't in all the way.
I mean, I think I removed it.
So let's pull the screws off right there. I'll swap to the handheld cam. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, John will walk into like any store and be like, I mean, back when we would shop at Target, I remember him going in and grabbing a $7 pair of gray skinny jeans, and I'm like, those are being donated to the
I know
Goodwill
why.
immediately.
I know why. It's the tag.
Oh, duh.
I saw that when I was looking through the camera.
Well, that held on to it really nicely, I guess.
We just didn't beat the hell out of it.
We didn't, I don't think.
I don't think we did either.
I do appreciate the support from Boba and Timothy for my shoes, though, because we need that. I'll need that support because I know that I'm going to be bullied by everybody that I know by the time that I put them on my feet. I'll be walking around like a little princess deer with my hooves.
With my hooves.
And people are going to be like, those are the goddamn ugliest shoes
They're
I've
gonna be like,
ever
what are
seen."
those?
And I'm going to be like, it's fashion, honey. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't get it. Okay.
Putting these back in then.
Plate is back on the front. That's what it was. It was like the last thing we did. I think Timothy was the one who reminded us about the
badge.
The badge plate, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so
I need to do the front too.
Well, let's just take these off.
Oh, really? Entirely?
Because we're gonna swap radiators as well.
I put John wore American Eagle and Billabong.
I didn't wear Billabong, but
Definitely American Eagle.
American Eagle had some really nice
skinny jeans.
They were very comfy back in the day. But what I did do is I tore the logo patch off. Like
yeah, because you couldn't be seen wearing American Eagle jeans.
And I also sewed the lower parts tighter around my calves.
That's a draw. So funny. Before his time.
Okay, you got them out?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Actually, here, take these two out because the 3D print corner pieces are still held in.
Another long thread.
A little bit. Okay.
Where would you get jeans like back in the day? Like as an emo person besides
well, there was a skate shop.
Yeah. I think I had a couple pair of like Volcom jeans. Man, Volcom was a brand.
Skate shops had quite the assortment of different brands that had relatively skinny jeans.
Yeah.
They were most of the time slit fit, but we would get them and sew them.
Sewing them is so funny. Yeah.
Scene kid.
That's why I say elder emo. Kids don't know what scene is.
No, they don't.
Gen
Z have no idea.
Now they call them. But does JR own any cargo shorts? No.
No.
Chris.
God. Hell no.
That's his older brother, Rick.
Yeah, no,
You might be getting them confused.
I'm not a cargo pants person.
I have some cargo pants though, and I love cargo pants. But on guys, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I guess they're fine. You can fit a lot of stuff in those pockets.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull this out of the way. We don't.
In fact, what he's wearing right now is Lululemon.
Yeah, it's a stark departure from what I used to wear all the time. So, the radiators that we're getting from Thermal Grizzly, so it's actually going to be a hybrid water-cooled heat killer with Thermal Grizzly because Thermal Grizzly is working on different lines of stuff, but they weren't going to be ready for Computex. So because of that...
do you want to just mount these heat killer ones?
Yeah, for mock-up.
now?
Yeah. These radiators are not at all clean and ready for a Computex level build, so we're getting new ones sent. But I think I want to recess them And so I will see if I can change the angle.
Freaking Hot Topic, WTF. Oh yeah, Hot Topic. But they didn't have like, Hot Topic clothes were not like great clothes. And they were just so expensive.
Yeah, so this will sit recessed a bit. I am going to take off this top reservoir mount. Where did that green screwdriver go?
Oh, I just lost it.
You lost it.
Why is the ground wet right here?
It's so funny. Chris calls me JR, and I'm sure the chat's like, who the hell is JR?
Yeah.
Chris, I haven't gone by JR since I moved to Utah.
No, but we have Jesse, who's an old friend of ours from the car days.
He's in our Discord.
He's in our Discord, and he hangs out with us a lot, and he calls John JR when he's talking to him, which I find is so funny because it's like, I think that our community is like, who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah, they're like, sorry, who?
I'm sorry, who?
Who dat?
My family calls John JT because we have at least 15 Johns in the immediate family.
Or AKA T-Bone.
Or T-Bone.
I enjoy T-Bone. T-Bone's
He's like, T-Bone is so fitting. Look at him. He's totally a T-Bone.
T-bone steak, baby.
Yeah. Meaty man.
Yeah, so much meat in my bones. The most meat.
Yeah, lots of Johns. Yeah, T-Bone is so funny. It's hilarious.
So, question for you with this build.
Okay.
And I don't know yet how I want to go about this because there's so many possibilities with the EXO.
Oh, I should know.
Do we do ports on the outside for the radiators? Does the tubing go on the outside or does the tubing go on the inside?
I think outside, so it has more stage presence.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay.
And that's my opinion.
You got it.
Put that in here and put this away.
We'll do top down. Oh, I just realized these are different thread radiators. I can find screws. So that's one. This is a great example of why one thing we don't supply in any of our products, because it's not lost on us that every product that we make is like thick gauge material. And so because of that, you need different length screws so the screws can go through the material and still have enough thread for whatever you're mounting. However, you've got 3 different kinds of radiator threads, right? You've got M3 like these, M4 like those steel key radiators that we just removed, and then you've got like some other radiators that are 632, like older EK. You got XSPC, AIOs in general are 632 thread. So you imagine extended hardware in multiple lengths, like short screws, long screws, including for fans on radiators, and then the 3 pitches. So like hardware-wise, it would cost so much money to supply all 3 types of thread types for every normal length screw that we have for any of our designs. And so that's why we always have recommended screws that, we just recommend saying, hey, if you're going to do it with this, recommend this screw because it's kind of a pain.
Yeah, what he said.
And expensive.
Yeah.
Primarily
Says, I'm
expensive.
going to link some baby pics of John, quote unquote John, back when he was fat. Yeah,
Back when
he
I was fat.
a baby, when he had baby chub.
I wasn't
quite
fat.
literally, when you were 6 months old and then
It's the only time I had any
you've weighed the
chub.
same since.
You know, I can eat whatever I want. I hit the lotto with the metabolism card.
Yeah. It's got, if anyone's lacking metabolism, namely me, it's because John has it all.
I siphoned.
It's fun to take all this apart and think about all the things and where all the things that we're taking off need to go. And you're clean, sturdier.
Sturdier.
Last week I mentioned that we will be having a couple of brand deals, ads, if you will. And by ads, I mean they are 100% ads, like paid ads, coming through in the next week or two before Computex. And if you see them, please interact with them so we can continue getting some of these partnerships going.
Yeah, it is quite ridiculous how often we'll do an ad post and no one gives a shit about it on social.
Which is, I understand, but John and I also know, oh, that's not right?
No.
Not at all.
I have the screw in my hand.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
After I just
Jeez
talked
Louise.
all about the different
I
thread
know.
types. Someone's not listening to me.
I'm listening to you all the time. I never stop. So
try and
get them
there's
even.
there's a little bit of gap on either side. And I did that for a reason. I didn't want them to be too tight, so I added a little bit of length on either side so you have a little bit of wiggle room. And the wiggle room is just for that exact reason.
Willow,
just to
please
give
don't
a little
lick
bit
my
of freedom.
toes. Willow, please stop licking my toes. John and I don't advertise any products that we wouldn't use ourselves.
This is true.
So it's like, it's not bad product. We're not just saying yes to anything that comes through. So when you do see some ads from us, please like them. They're not shit products. We're not just trying to make a quick buck. Well, we are kind of trying to make.
We're just trying to make money in general.
We're just trying to make money in general. It's rough out here, y'all.
Rent freaking sucks here.
Rent is expensive. Our gas prices are $5.09 per gallon. Really cool. Love that.
And that is affecting everyone.
Yeah, it's affecting everyone. So is rent, though.
Yeah.
Or mortgages, or increasing property taxes.
Ugh.
I mean, my dad said that, like, in 2020, his property taxes have gone up, like, I think he said from, like, $1,500 to, like, $6,000 per year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say that. That's
I think he said
terrifying.
that at gymnastics the other day. Which is just wild. Like, in 6 years, we've had that much of an increase. That's, like, wacky-doodly. So, anyway, I'll buy your shit if you buy my shit. How about that? I'll like your shit if you like my shit. How about that?
Hello, sirs and madams. Have you seen our shit? Would you like to buy our wares?
Would you like to buy
Please
our
buy
wares?
our shit. Okay, we're gonna need the iFixit kit for these screws because they're Torx. They're the
You say
safe.
twerks?
They're the safety Torx, so not the hex.
John said, he just asked me to twerk on camera.
Twerk. Would you like to twerk, please? Okay. So,
Queso cheese.
queso cheese. Actually, I'm jumping ahead. We'll just pair up those washers with the screws for this, but I do want to mount this before taking that off because it's
It
not
will
going to
fall.
Yeah, it won't be pretty. Okay, cool. So
Where are the
gonna
brackets for
change
this one?
the-
Oh, never mind.
I'll change to handheld. Okay. So bust out those
Fans?
no, those little short M4 screws with the black
Yep.
nylons. And
But
just-
the case ones, yeah.
And then we'll just Actually, I'm gonna try.
I'm just not going to do it too tight, and you can put it where it needs to go.
Okay. I can't slide it down right now because the feet are so wide out that.
Okay, slide it into place. Okay.
It's,
Oh,
it
it's
will
you
move
can't.
again.
I have to do the other side too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The heck?
Okay.
Okay.
That's not going to work. Maybe that's where the power button goes. Ran into an issue.
Ugh. What are you giggling about?
I'll tell you later.
Oh. Oh, okay. Do we have to do something special here?
No, now that that one's on, we can.
We can tighten it
Oh,
or
yeah.
place it.
No. Yeah, you crank down on them, and then we'll work on the other radiator. No, I'm discovering something. We're not going to be able to use the outer ports because the radiator's in the way. However, maybe that's okay because if we do quick disconnects right here, this can be the main in and out. But I actually, and that's the thing is I don't really know exactly how this build's going to go yet. We still have some time to kind of explore our options for the final configuration, if you will. But the main thing is dual 360 radiators. There's going to be, we're actually going to be utilizing the heat killer, the new heat killer Mora tank on the side here. It's a beautifully designed pump res combo, and we're doing the dual D5 situation with the Mora tank. And
I knew that was coming.
that's okay.
Scared the shiz out of me.
And that'll be on the other side, and then the other side is going to be the power supply and the rest of the I/O from the motherboard. So up here would be where the pump res is going to go. So I foresee changing the radiator placement probably a little bit, but as long as we get the foundation started, it's going to be very easy to customize afterwards. So that's mainly what we're focused on here.
Do you want to grab those 2 screws that I dropped on the ground? I'm pretty sure I dropped 2, and maybe a washer.
Yeah, I see 2 washers. I don't see screws though.
Oh. Oh, I don't know where those went. Did Willow lay on them?
She might be. Are you hiding a screw?
There's one right next to her paw, right in front of her paw.
Oh my gosh, she was pointing at it.
She was.
Thank you, baby.
Telling you, Willow's super helpful. She's just not helpful with emails.
Where's the other one? Are you hiding it from me? I don't see it.
It might be on the table.
Okay.
1, 2. I don't know. Oh, we don't need to take this apart.
Handheld feed. You guys, these fans look so good in 120s. I mean, obviously they look good in general, and the 140s look great, but for some reason the 120s look so damn good.
John is not good at looking for things.
Really?
Yeah, I found the second one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoops.
It's okay. It's okay. We all can't be perfect like Willow.
So, let's actually not do recessed
Okay.
on this one. I think we're going to have them protrude, and that's fine.
So we're going to change that one out.
Yeah, we will, but for this
Okay.
one, we'll just do it like this.
Aye, Captain. I feel like I used different I used different washers. Do you want to use, I mean, we're going to change them out anyway. Oh, I do need whole new screws, right? Did you get me the other ones?
Oh, yes, I did, and you're going to have to use the iFixit kit for those.
Yeah.
Here.
What the heck?
So how's everyone doing?
Yeah, how's everyone's week been
I want to
going?
hear from you.
What's the weather like in your area? What's been for dinner this week? Have you been drinking your water? Have you been going outside and seeing the sun? How was Mother's Day? Was it okay? If it wasn't okay, I'm sorry.
Did you take all the fans out of all those boxes?
No, I just took 6 fans
Okay.
and then I put the remaining boxes right there, and then there's a onesie box right over there.
Okay, that one's still got one in it.
Yes. Wait. What the heck? I feel like
Well-
some of these are stripped.
Well, here, actually.
Am I doing it wrong?
No, you're not doing it wrong. I just want to put them on the outside.
Okay, so put this on the outside.
Yeah. Like one cool thing about this, and here I'll take the top down, is show you guys.
What did I do with the screw? It just disappeared. I just made it disappear.
Is it underneath?
It just vanished. Oh, it's on the screwdriver.
Nice. So when you're using these brackets, if you mount on the outside, you can still use the center holes to mount something to the back of the radiator in case you wanted to keep something mounted localized to the radiator instead of having an additional spot within the EXO holding whatever you wanted. You don't even need to change that, you just flip it.
Oh, true. That's too advanced for me. I got it.
Okay. Where are these from? Oh, I remember what these are from. I'm really excited about this RAM cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I just discovered something about this. I can't mount it because of the EXO badge. Well, that throws a wrench in that whole design I made.
Darn it. I wonder if these are even.
Are they close?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice, I think you nailed it. All right, so now just use these screws here. I'll hold it.
Please, thank you.
actually kind of like how this will.
I like the way that it's gonna look too, to be honest. I think not inverse. What word am I thinking of?
Yeah, I mean recessed.
Recessed is a good look.
Timothy says, had a long day labeling yarn for my mother's business. Very satisfying to play with fancy silk all day. Transitioning from nocturnal schedule was a change. Back to nocturnal again, hence the nap. Yeah, I can imagine going super nocturnal to, oh man, I have to work all throughout the day.
I hope you had a good time with your mom, though. There is something about having a mom that owns a small business and being a step-in employee.
Yeah, seriously.
I know all about that. My mom and Timothy's mom own very similar businesses. And so we can relate on that level. So, question for you, is this the right height?
Yeah, and it'll be easy to adjust it later.
Okay.
I just mainly want to get it set up. You know, like, there are other locations we can mount this badge. It doesn't have to be right there.
No, I agree.
We'll just have to use a net on the back side since it's not tapped. But we can relocate that badge wherever. And it is 120 base, so I can put it
on the fan.
if I wanted.
Yeah.
But I also want to show off these new fans without any sort of thing.
Agreed.
Other than the EXO grill, which will be over one set of those.
Do we want to use the hardware that came with the fans, or are you going to use certain?
I've got screws.
Some hex screws.
Yeah. All right, so let's flip
Swap
this
that one.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna change to the handheld. So you wanna move over a little bit? There we go.
We all got off at like a decent time last night, but John and I were up so late, and then I woke up to. John watched a end of the world movie. Asteroid coming to hit the Earth.
Greenland.
And there's always like a battle going on.
Well, because the second one's on HBO now, and I was like, I didn't watch the first one, so I watched the first one. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's like a trap for Willow.
I love when she hits that. It's so funny.
She's like, yeah, walking through. That's me.
Hey kid, you having a good time? She said, no, I really hate when you guys stream.
She's actually doing alright. She hasn't grunted at all.
No, she's been panting a lot, but it is a little warm down here.
You think it's warm down here?
Well, I'm also in jeans.
It's true. Oh gosh.
What was that?
There's a magnetic ring for these fins. Which actually I'm gonna take off. Because we're gonna have all thermal grizzly fittings on here. Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, if there's anyone in chat, I don't know if anyone gonna be at Computex. Anyone? Our schedule is sore booked now.
It is pretty booked.
And John and I are doing a lot of content again. Call out, please support our content when it releases. These brands are paying us to come out and showcase their new product. Again, we really only cover brands that we think are cool and we think that you think would be cool. So I'm excited to show off.
Yeah, and cool for different reasons. There's
a lot of case companies.
Yep.
Well, one case company, as far as I'm aware right now.
Well, we've got two, Montec and Trikes.
Well, I haven't heard back from Trikes, so.
Oh, for a time slot?
No, and then if they don't get on the schedule, they don't get on the schedule.
Yeah.
I've emailed them several times.
And then we'll be covering ADATA,
ADATA,
Alpha Cool,
Alpha Cool, Montec, and
is that it? That's not it. There's one more.
oh, PGG.
Oh yeah, PGG.
That
My
isn't the
goodness.
other. That's the case company I'm thinking of because they have tons of cases. So like
That's
Haven.
true. Yeah.
We're
APNX.
really excited to see what Haven has coming out.
We did see some sneak peek stuff at CES,
Yes, we did.
and it was like a closed door NDA type of thing. They weren't fully ready to have it on display at CES, and so I think they're pushing it back to have it actually on display publicly.
Oh yeah, it will be for
For
Computex. Yeah.
Pretty
So
excited about
also,
this chart.
who else is under PGG? We're not doing any keyboard content for Computex, which is fine, but don't expect that from us. But we will be doing some. They have. Is AeroCool one of their brands?
Yep, AeroCool.
AeroCool,
Make cases, power supplies, cords.
APNX. They also have like their chair lines, so and Thunder X3. So some desks and
I'm
what
wondering
do you call
if-
those peripherals?
Yeah,
A desk and a chair.
yeah, that's peripheral.
I would call it furniture.
The only reason I would say peripheral is because
It's just
you're
a
right,
category.
it is furniture, but I don't ever really see furniture as like a
a describing an adjective for.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. That's not the screw that I want either.
Look at the camera, or look at the.
Do you guys like the back of my head?
Okay, here I'll rotate this thing.
Just put it right there is fine. But yeah, I think it will be a really exciting year for Computex. We kept our schedule pretty light, but if there's anyone who sees this, any brands that want to meet with us, I can look at our schedule and see if there's any time that we have for you. I think like I'm just limiting our meeting days to Friday. You see how you use my finger to
Yeah.
press it up?
These washers get worked a little bit.
They do get worked for sure.
But
They're
I
just
mean-
nylon
Yeah, and we have used them
bazillion
a
times.
bazillion times at this point, so I guess that's par for course.
And once they're flattened, they're flat.
Yeah. Oh, we're trying to match up. Yeah, I think.
That it?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. All right. Now that that's out of the way, it's actually time to take the board off because we are going to be installing the Thermal Grizzly their bench table underneath the motherboard. So kind of actually, I don't know if we've shown that install on camera yet, like stream. After Computex is done, well, okay, so one thing that we're thinking about doing, obviously we're trying to do some homework and some prep work for this build for Computex. However, we're gonna try and do a YouTube video that will show off a little bit of the EXO assembly on video for a YouTube video, which will also include some blog or some vlog footage of us hanging out with Thermal Grizzly and setting this build up, because the truth is, once this thing is built here, we're not even going to fill it up. All we'll do is an air leak test and then tear it down, because we are bringing this in our luggage, and it'll be easier and safer to break it down into our luggage rather than trying to keep it fully built. I don't trust that in transit, just in terms of like how airport workers handle checked bags. No slight against them, but like for the most part, they're not ever going to be focused like, ooh, this is a computer, I better take extra good care of it. Like that never happens, right? So it's just going to be easier and safer to tear this down for transit. And then once we're in Taiwan, we're going to be hanging out with them and reassembling the whole build, and then taking it out to the booth on the floor, I think the day before the event starts, and then we'll be good to go. So
Yeah.
we want to get all of that on camera. I think it'd be a fun opportunity to...
We're vlogging it, guys. Surprise, surprise. John and Ellie are working on 3 different vlogs right now. Well, just 2.
It's 2. Yeah.
Wait, no, 3. The computer breakdown one, too.
Oof, man, these blocks are heavy. Okay, so I'm going to swap to handheld, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to zoom in on this aspect and show you, because Jay from Jay's 2 Cents was trying to figure it out and he just couldn't. We gave him the right hardware.
But we also did not give him an installation guide,
No,
so it's
so-
not his fault entirely.
No, not at all.
If anything, it's my fault. Blame me.
Okay, I think that our bench table's gathered a little dust. Get this cleaned up for...
Block, 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 block.
Yeah, definitely need to do that. I didn't even think about it for that platform.
Yeah, I don't know if I did either.
Okay. Good as new. All right, so one thing Jay was doing with the install of the Gerbauer bench table is he didn't understand that the original PCI bracket is removed and that you utilize the one from Thermal Grizzly's own bench table. So it negates our original because this one's spec'd for our standoffs, but we are using these standoffs to mount this to it. And so because of that, the geometry obviously changes because now we've got another set of standoffs on top of here, raises the board up, and this is why this one comes into play. So the next step is uninstalling the original EXO PCI bracket entirely. Sounds like a lot of housekeeping, managing so many vlogs.
I know.
You're not wrong. Right on the nose there, Timothy. Okay, so completely negated, uninstalled, out of the way. Now the next step is going to be installing the all-thread rods that you might have seen in Jay's video. And so, because we're mounting onto the existing standoffs. Jay had took the original standoffs off and thinking that he would just mount it flush to the board. And theoretically you could do that as well, but we actually like the gap between the EXO and the bench table, mainly because if you wanted to run cables, it's a lot easier to do that with the gap, right? So we're mounting it on the standoffs. Because we're going to be making use of the original standoffs that come with the Thermal Grizzly bench table and not negating them at all.
Smoke, yes. This is our EXO chassis, and it is available for pre-order now, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so all threads go in on the original standoffs, and these are literally just all thread rods where there's no screw head. It's just a length of metal tapped in the same thread pitch as the standoffs, which is M3. And these kind of become essentially guiding pins as well for the bench table, because all of the screws on the bench table are also M3 based. It's actually kind of dictated us with our standoffs, because traditionally all of our chassis utilize a 632 half-inch standoff, but we are able to find a M3 12 mil standoff. So with the EXO, everything is metric about it.
Sierra just texted and she goes, I'm hosting an outdoor workout at 6:15 tomorrow morning. Everyone come. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so in. And I'm like, 6:15.
You are not going to want to do that. That sounds great right now.
It sounds really good right now. I don't remember last time I saw 6:15 in the morning and I didn't go back to sleep till 11 o'clock.
Okay, so now the entire bench table is sitting on those standoffs with the M3 all thread rod going through, and then you're just going to reinstall their own included black standoffs that come with the bench table. And this also keeps the standard that Thermal Grizzly had with how high the motherboard sits off of this board, and it keeps the spec for the PCI bracket for the GPU as well.
Do we have a USB-C cable down here by chance? Because that's not being used.
Yeah. It's in this drawer. Do you want to plug your phone in?
Yeah, on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a brick? Yeah, let's use the brick. I'm a weirdo and I don't want to plug it directly into the computer.
There's one right there.
Love it.
Here.
Thank you, babe.
All right, so since we don't have the motherboard in yet, which is the Z890 Maximus Hero, we are just gonna, for mock-up purposes, keep the same board, which is, this one is the Z790 Apex Encore, which is one of my personal favorite motherboards. And there you go, right? So you've got full functionality of Thermal Grizzly's bench table with the gap for cabling to come through. And then now you utilize the same screws, I guess if you can call them that, from Thermal Grizzly. These are actually really cool pieces. It's like it's a female threaded screw, but with a hex head. And these are absolutely custom machined. I have not seen them anywhere else. And they're really cool. And they come with the Thermal Grizzly bench table. The only thing that I would maybe consider as a change for them is I think they need like a wider or flared base, because when you screw them on, it actually looks like it's a very minimal contact for the grounding surroundings for each hole in the board, each mounting hole in the board. I will probably be utilizing some washers underneath them just for my own sanity, because it's one thing that I don't know if I like about them, but you know, for the most part, it's very in line with how overclockers mount their stuff, because for the most part, overclockers do breadboard a ton of the time and just put a motherboard on a cardboard box, or they just have them on these standoffs without anything mounted to them because they're swapping boards all the time. So it's not too often that these are going to be used for the heavy reviewer and overclocker, but obviously it's good to have your motherboard actually secured to the chassis, which is why we're using them. All right, and so that's basically it. So I don't really know if, I mean, should we bust out the water-cooled card for this? What do you think?
Love it. Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, why not? I think people would like to see that.
Okay, so I do want to, jump the gun here, and I want to mount this RAM cooler. So this thing's super dope. So we're looking at a RAM cooler I designed up for the top part of the case. It's going to sit right here and blow right on the RAM. But I magnetized each corner and then came up with some nice louvers.
Louver.
So that it blows a little bit more downwards right onto the RAM rather than straight across. And I think it'll look pretty cool. So I do want to, I think it's going to be best if I actually remove the EXO plate or the badge, because that was one thing I did not think about, and I definitely should have. But that's exactly why we work on an R&D all of our stuff, is I want to make sure that there are no complications for anyone else who may want to utilize one of our designs. And I think I would redesign this a little bit differently then, just for the sake of making sure that no one else feels like they should have to move the EXO badge out of the way. Okay. Hey, can you count me out real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Because this thing wants to like fall forward. So hold that. Okay.
Is that even?
No, I'm,
Right there.
well, it might be that. It's hard to see exactly where that other screw is going to go. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Hi, little girl. How you doing? Do you want to go outside? She was like, no, I would like to go out front and run around with my friends.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what she wants to do. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And I wanted it to make it look cool for Computex, right? That's why I added the louvers. I mean, they're fully magnetic, so you can just pull it off, and then you just have the fan there. But I think the louvers add a really cool aspect about them. And it blows right on the ram and a little bit on the heatsink. And then I wanted to leave the other side open so that we can actually like show off the Noctua fan blowing on it, right? So now that that's done, I guess it's time to bust out that water block, huh? So they are allowing us to borrow this car because it's a pre-blocked 5090 Astral, and fortunately we can't keep it.
You can hang out here if you want.
But that's okay. Be fun to play with it.
Where's your baby at? Where's your baby? Wills, where's your baby? Go get your baby. Oh, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It's an empty box. Just
I
kidding.
know, right? It's like, oh.
Can you imagine?
Nightmare fuel. No, this thing is insanity sauce, and it's so heavy. I have to wipe that down. Hoo-wee! I'm gonna leave the protective layer on it, to be honest with you, just because we're gonna be going
Until
in transit.
we get there, yeah, for sure.
It's just a smarter thing to do.
We will be carrying the GPU with us in hand for travel. It's
Yeah.
not going in the checked luggage.
Oh boy. Oh, sorry, Pam. This thing is mean.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Smoke, if you you give up a, it's like when you send, like, what is it? Like that trade. You have to give up something valuable to make sure that you get what you lent back.
Right.
What would the item be for you?
Man, that thing is crazy looking, you guys. This is the first time that we've
You're my
had
baby.
a Delta Mate block in hand here at the house. Obviously, we've seen it in person at other events and stuff like that, but that looks wild. I guess it makes sense. I think it would make more sense to have the ports coming out like this rather than on the side. Definitely have to think about how the loop's going to go. I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet. But we've got a little bit of time,
Willow, please.
luckily.
No, don't do that.
What's she doing?
Licking my feet.
Oh. And then like with the badge, we pulled it from the front, but we can absolutely put it right here if we wanted. And just have the main plate right here. Or we could have it on one of the spots right there too. Or anywhere along these rails. But we do have some options. Maybe it would be fun to like put it right here or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Have like a 3D, we could do a 3D printed like angle thing or just like mounts to that. And just have it on any corner.
You're getting me in your right eye. That's a great idea. I'll bring the nice containers to keep them safe.
Yeah.
The flight, the travel day is like 18 hours this time. We've had longer than that. I think we've done like 22 hours before. So this one isn't so bad. It's like an hour and a half flight to the coast and then 2-hour flight to the coast and then a 14-hour flight to Taiwan from the west coast. It's a long flight. John and I are not looking forward to it. And
it's the worst and most stressful part about it because we're flying over the ocean the whole time.
Yeah, we like to dissociate a little bit, but we are arriving at 6 o'clock in the evening. So to kind of get onto the time schedule, I feel like the only opportunity that we'll really have to sleep is like in the early hours of the flight. And then we're going to have to try to stay awake to try to readjust our time. But we'll see how that actually goes because John and I will be. I will be taking medication and I will be sleeping as much as I can.
It's very exciting once we're there.
Yeah, it's like no problem at all.
And we'll have like people waiting for us when we get there. People that we haven't seen in a while, you know?
Yeah, we have a lot of friends in town. And then we're also, obviously, a lot of brands, our friends from brands will be there early too. So it will be really nice to get there and have like a dozen people waiting for us to arrive.
Yeah, it's definitely a feel-good moment for us.
We're staying with Bob from Think Computers. Shout out Bob. He's one of our best homies. So that will be fun. We're having like a little content creator house. Usually we've stayed in a hotel. This time it's our only time doing Airbnb. But I'm looking forward to like kind of having our own space to get to. Last year, I don't know if I told the community this story, but last year on we stayed at a hotel that we've stayed at every other time we've been there. And the way that the hotel is set up is the valets on the first floor. Do it backwards?
Yeah, the cable.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
It's fine. It'll work.
Work emails.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. It's just gonna be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I could schedule on Tuesday after a data, and that way we have the content for the rest of that day. And then, like, I would rather have the content done early so we can get it edited You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I would rather do Tuesday anyway.
Okay.
Yes, the Bits Power Party is going to be fun. Kat throws the best parties. And
does.
we have way more parties than we do like appointments on our schedule, which is kind of how Computex usually works.
Yeah, these companies like, we have no budget, but come hang out in our party. And it's like, it costs money to get there, right? Not everyone's got a company credit card like you guys do.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's especially okay when they feed us. But it's a lot of drinking. But John and I are usually on a good amount of water.
Yeah, you need to be. Humidity's like 90%.
Yeah, but these are the Noctua new 120s fans. They do kind of look like the T30s.
Well, it's because they're using that same
material.
Yeah, the liquid polymer.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I was saying about our hotel experience last year. It was our last day at the hotel. We were staying at the same hotel as Robitech's crew. And I got tattooed on our last day there at a shop in Taiwan, my favorite tattoo artist, who I'm visiting again this year. I was super sick. I had caught COVID, and I didn't know that I had caught COVID. I thought that I had jet lag the entire time we were there. And then by the time I was done with the 7-hour tattoo session, I was like ill, like very sick.
You're like, I am not okay.
Yeah, I was not okay. And we go into our hotel. Like I was saying, the first floor is valet. You go up to like the 4th or 6th floor or whatever, and that's where the lobby is. And John and I got off the elevator, and 3 people ran up to us. They like saw us come through the elevator, and they're like, "Oh, your computers! Can I get pictures with you?" And John and I were like, yeah, that's fine. And so they took individual photos with us together, and then they wanted individual photos each of us separately. And it was very flattering, but also, John and I are kind of private people. And so having them there kind of freaked me out a little bit. And I had things that I needed to do that evening, the last night in Taiwan before we left at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get on our flight. And I needed to leave the hotel to do that. And luckily, Jazz from Robitech is one of my best friends, and I sent her down there, and I was like, "Can you make sure that these people are gone? we need to leave." And so we went out and hung out with some of the Robitech crew and got our shopping done, and that was that. But this year, that won't happen because we are going to be in an Airbnb, so that's nice. Yes, shout out to Justin and the Robitech crew.
Ooh.
They're fun people to hang out with.
This would be cool when it's mounted up.
Yeah, it looks good. So it looks great with the fans. What color radiators are we getting?
The stainless.
Oh, they are going to be stainless as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're using the matte nickel fittings. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a lot of two-tone, silver and black everywhere.
Yeah, love it.
And this will be cool because this all lights up with RGB.
Yeah.
So this thing will be pretty sweet when it's all done.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. But yeah, I mean, that basically wraps us up. I mean, there's not much more we can do with the build because we don't have the official motherboard, the Z890 Hero. And then we also don't have the power supply yet. We're just going to run OEM cables for this. By the time this all got locked in, there wasn't going to be time to do like a full custom cable mod set. So we're just going to use the OEM cables, which is completely fine. The radiators are going to be the same heat killer stainless. They're going to be with the Noctua fans mounted like this, and then there's going to be the Mora heat killer tank reservoir with the dual D5s right here. And then we're going to do sleeved orange MDPCX sleeving to match with the Thermal Grizzly orange. And then, yeah, this thing will be pretty sweet. And then we also have the new CPU block, that we can't show yet because Thermal Grizzly hasn't shown it yet. But other than that, the build's going to be relatively simplistic, right? And that was
By design.
yeah, it's by design, right? We're showing off the fact that this is a test bench, and you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with it.
Yeah,
But,
and shout out to either Roman or Joe Roby for blocking the card for us already.
I know, right? I'm curious about who blocked it for us. That was
But it was
nice.
it was like, typically, if somebody was like, hey, we're going to send you a pre-blocked card, I'd be like, I don't know. But knowing it came from Thermal Grizzly, it makes me feel a lot better because
Yeah, for sure.
I trust the people there
Yeah.
to do it right. But yeah, this is the glass one. I don't know if anyone has seen Derbauer's video of him pressure testing these blocks. It's a very interesting video.
It's wicked, and I love that this is glass.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching it.
Makes
But
cleaning
I
easy.
think that pretty much wraps it up for today.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
thanks for hanging out, y'all.
Yeah.
This was a fun stream.
Smoke, JJ, Amphixius, J Burn, Boba, Timothy,
Chris, my cousin. Thanks for hanging out, bro.
and Joy. I forgot our new Discord member, Joy something. I'm sorry.
Was it Joy Boy?
No.
Joy something.
Yeah, it's Joy something.
But it rhymed with joy too.
Um,
But yeah, so thanks so much for hanging out with us, you guys, and kicking it while we kind of put this together and talk about some other
Jam Joy.
Jam Joy. Okay, thanks Jam Joy. Thanks for hanging out with us while we kind of sort out how we're going to go about with this build for Computex, and just kind of talking about some of the other case and potential case mods that we've got cooking up. But yeah, so next week we are going to be doing the last stream of the month, because the week after that is right before we leave for Taiwan going to Computex. So there's just no way that we're going to be able to do that like literally the day before we leave. So next week will be the final stream of the month for our weekly streams. And which I think hopefully by then we'll have this build put together, at least mocked up, and we do want to show it off to you guys on stream. I don't think we will, well, no, technically that'll depend on like the block and embargo.
Yeah, it depends.
There might be some things on here that we can't show you guys because it's so new.
Yeah. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, I think that we'll have at least 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks off. Willow, stop. Please. She keeps licking my feet. It's disgusting.
You're crazy.
I saw that 6 to 8 trades. Hi, welcome. Sorry, we're almost out. But it will be recorded and posted on YouTube, so you can check it out there.
Watch the playback. There's plenty of people in our Discord that are on the other side of the world right now, so they're asleep. So they just catch up by watching the playback.
Yes, I would play Overwatch with you guys tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah. Overwatch sounds
I'm
like a great
so
time.
cracked right now, though, so don't drag me down.
I would drag her down. I can't keep up with Ellie.
I'm just too good. I'm just
so
too
good.
Anyway, thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for
Yes,
giving us
you
the
might-
opportunity to stream these Wednesdays. And
Smoke asks if it's a new motherboard. No, because we're using the Z890 Hero, which is out right now.
yeah,
but
it's a new CPU block.
yes, it's primarily the new CPU block Thermal Grizzly's been working
Yeah.
on. If you dig deep enough, you might be able to see something about it or something similar like it from last year's
year.
Computex. But it's been updated a little bit, and definitely the coolest looking CPU block that I've ever seen. So I'm really excited about it. And as soon as we're able to show it off, we will absolutely be showing it off.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway,
Yeah,
until next time. We'll see you
wraps
next time.
up.
If you don't mind, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, please.
And follow us on Twitch if you're on Twitch. And do the vice versa if, the whole spiel. Like our content that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. We really need the help. We can't just sell cases for the rest of our lives. We need to do some residual things too.
Yeah.
So it helps if you guys support our content. And I will support anything you want. If you have a kids fundraiser that you're trying to fundraise some money for, send me the link. I'll donate to any team, sport. I'll donate to anything. So, but other than that, thank you guys. Smoke, thank you for being here. Thanks for being appreciative. And we will see you next week.
See you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Sweet.
That was fun.
Yeah, we need to change that though.
Yeah, I don't know why.